Now, our story continues. When Randy Lane had asked his mother to visit Kitt Calvert at the Three Falls Prison for Women, he had done so at Kitt's request. Aunt Mary had consented to go, not out of curiosity, but because she knew that it meant a great deal to Randy. She felt that her son was expecting a definite result from her visit, and that worried her. Aunt Mary had also wondered at Kitt's suggesting the visit. Why had the girl wanted to see her? Well, now as she and her son drive along in silence, she feels she knows why.
You're in no hurry, son.
Oh, I didn't realize I was going so fast. It's a relief to get away from that place, Mom.
Yes. A prison's not very cheerful.
You say Kitt looks thinner?
I think she did, Randy. Although she seemed quite well. Seemed very concerned about you and your new work.
She did?
Yes. She was afraid her father would be causing you some trouble.
She's still bitter about her father, isn't she?
Yes. And it's only natural, I suppose.
Yeah.
Kitt said your letters mean a lot to her.
Oh, did she mention my letters?
Yes, she seems to think they're wonderful letters, Randy.
Did she ask if you objected to my writing them?
Yes, son. Why?
I had a hunch she was going to.
Why should I object?
Well, no reason, Mom. That's just that, well, Kitt wants to feel that you approve, I guess.
If Kitt is trying to do the right thing, is really trying to make amends for her mistakes, then I'm happy that she would turn to you. To me.
Yeah. Mom, I think it's a good sign. I'm glad she wanted to talk to you. Lord knows we all need help, even the best of us. Kitt wants to do the right thing, but, well, I guess she has doubts. She needs encouragement. She needs someone to help her, and I can't think of anyone she could better turn to. It's just something about you, Mom. It gives a guy confidence just to know you're on his side.
Thank you, son. Encouragement. It's odd. Kitt's always had so much self-assurance.
Sure, she had assurance before, but it was the wrong kind of assurance. She did the wrong kind of thinking. She wasn't really self-sufficient. She only thought she was. Yeah, Kitt's changed.
You think she's changed?
Well, surely you believe that. That's why she wanted you to visit her. She knew you'd have difficulty in accepting it just on hearsay, the things I might tell you. She wanted you to see for yourself.
Randy, I know this is important to you. Not so much what I may think of Kitt, but, well, you'd like to have your own judgment confirmed. Isn't that right?
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
We're all more or less that way. You asked me to confirm your opinion of Kitt because that's the way you want it to be. And that's the way I want it to be. But if we're sure, why does either of us have to ask what the other is thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Mom. Well, I'm sure Kitt's different from the girl she was. Why, just take the way she talks, the things she says.
The way she talks? Yes, Randy. I must admit that Kitt talks like a different person.
Randy Lane nodded in agreement. Looking at him, his mother wondered if he had understood what she was trying to tell him. But Randy put quite another interpretation on his mother's remark. He was very glad she had seen Kitt today. A thought which might also have been in Kitt's mind as, later in the evening, during the recreational period at Three Falls Prison, Mickey Gray joins her attractive roommate. Kitt is leaning against the wall, which affords the most complete seclusion from the other inmates.
Mind if I join you, Kitt?
There's just no escaping you, is there?
Oh, come now, lovey. Surely my company is better than none.
I'm not so sure, Mickey.
Yes, perhaps it would be better to be alone with your thoughts. Judging from the smug look on your face just now as I walked up.
Meaning what?
Let it go. Have a nice visit this afternoon?
It depends on what you'd call a nice visit.
Who was it?
Not that it's any of your affair, but her name is Mary Lane.
In no way connected with a certain Randy Lane, I suppose.
His mother.
How cozy. You know, your life's getting to be positively exciting. He not only writes consoling and rather lengthy letters, but now you're getting nice visits from his doubtless devoted mother.
Oh, shut up. Go away. Give me a minute's peace, will you?
I'd rather talk. You place quite a lot of stock in these lanes, don't you?
Perhaps. Why not?
No reason. Except that you may be in for a bit of a disappointment. I've had a little experience with that "I'll wait for you" line, which your friend Randy puts on.
What makes you think it's a line?
Well, Lovey, it certainly would be refreshing to find a man who doesn't put out one.
You don't know Randy.
Don't I? I know men. What's the difference? Hey, by the way, does his mother like you?
You'll have to ask her.
Doesn't matter, except I was just curious. I thought perhaps the mother wouldn't take too completely to the idea of her son waiting for a woman who was in prison.
Aunt Mary doesn't know about Randy's promise.
Aunt Mary? I'm a little confused.
Well, everyone calls her that.
Oh. So she doesn't know about her son's promise. Well, I can understand that you wouldn't want her to.
Why not?
She wouldn't go for it. Not if I'm any judge of you, Lovey.
What makes you think you are?
Oh, I read the papers. And besides, I've been living with you, haven't I? I just can't see Aunt Mary keen about the prospect of her son teaming up with a girl like you.
Well, that's where you're wrong. A girl like me is exactly the sort she would be interested in because she knows I've changed.
Oh? And how does she know that?
Because I told her so this afternoon.
You're a little optimistic, aren't you?
Well, it's true. I am changed. I've learned my lesson.
Well, Lovey, that may be. But you've still got a lot to learn. You're just a babe in the woods. If you've an idea this Randy character is going to wait for you till you get out of prison, if you're playing up to his mother because of that. Oh, brother, you are a babe in the woods.
Mickey's taunting laugh rang in Kitt's ears as she turned away toward one of the prison buildings. She was angry with Mickey and wouldn't be goaded into further discussion. But Kitt was not discouraged. She knew that Randy respected his mother's opinion more than anything in the world, and that her surest way of keeping Randy faithful to his promise was to win Aunt Mary's approval. And she was certain she had made an impression on Aunt Mary, certain that she had said all the right things. But later that night, at the little farm near Wakefield...
Why do I have these doubts about Kitt? She said the right thing. But why was her manner so confident, so self-satisfied? She said she was humble, that she was sorry. But she wasn't like a person who was really penitent. I can't tell Randy what I'm thinking. It wouldn't be fair. He has faith in Kitt. And yet, I feel he has doubts, too. He wants to believe in her, but... why, it's almost as if he were in love with her. Oh, Randy, if I only knew what you really feel toward Kitt. If I only knew.
And as Aunt Mary turned her problem over and over in her mind, the hours of night dragged by. She heard the door to Lefty's room close, then Randy's, then silence. And as she lay looking out her bedroom window into the vastness of the starlit sky, Aunt Mary felt a little unsure and alone. Would she be given the wisdom and forbearance to help her son?